Okay, because I remember you was doing videos.
Yeah.
You was doing sporadically then. And I mean, I remember that sometimes it would like come up and people would share them, but it wasn't like how you was doing it now, constant. Like, so what made you start doing the videos for social media?
What made me start doing the videos because I knew I needed an outlet.
Okay.
I knew I needed to get back.
I'm not talking about present time. I'm talking about then.
Back then.
Yeah.
I knew I needed an outlet. I know I needed to see myself. And when they first put that video out about me when I was smoking crack real bad, turned down, and I pulled my penis out, and I saw how horrible I looked in that video, to where I said, well, God, I need to start. It just scared me. This is why I stopped smoking crack. And I said, well, God, I need to start seeing myself more often and start looking how bad I really look.
There was a video that I wanted to ask you that you made a few years ago. And it was very deep, and I want to ask you about it. You was in a doctor's office, and you was getting tests and stuff. And you said in the office, you said, it's not in your destiny to pass away from HIV. It's in your destiny to pass away. I think you said from a drug overdose, something to that effect. Do you remember the video I'm talking about?
Yes.
That was a deep statement. What was the meaning behind that statement?
I said that HIV and AIDS will not be my battle to fight. I know that God has covered me from that. That He put something in my immune system that's not going to be my battle to fight. So, and I'm not, that's an ignorant man's disease. I'm not that ignorant to where I'm going to go back out living want to really catch that at this age of my life.
So was there ever times when you was deep into your drug habit where you was being very unsafe?
Oh yeah. I wouldn't lie. I would play Russian roulette, but I would find particular men to play Russian roulette. I would find different men. I wouldn't deal directly with the gay community.
Okay.
I would go more for the heterosexual men. Have unprotected sex with them, like the bisexual men.
Right.
The men that would, dib and dab and go home with their girlfriends.
Was there ever a time where you thought maybe you contracted the virus or was afraid?
Many a times. Yes.
So when you used to do those videos, what did they do for you? Like, were you looking for a response then, or was it something you were doing?
You know what? I was mainly trying to look at myself because so many people had put so many bad things about me. I was kind of looking at myself and see if I could see something, a little spark in me again, so maybe I could want to pull it back together. And I was looking for something.
Did you find it at that time?
Not in the beginning, I didn't. I said, fuck it, I still see a man, I still see a demon, and I don't like this person. So it took me a while. So
when you was into that, so what made, you was a Revlon still, obviously. Are you still a Revlon?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What did you see any of your house members or anything at all during that time, or?
Well, no, because I was on the West Coast and I just didn't get too close with the West Coast Revlon.
Right. Because I can imagine like someone like Tony, I could see him trying to help you or saying something to you, like especially if you was up here, but you was in California.
Yes.
So while you was in LA, when did you decide to come back to Philly? 2014, you came back.
Well, I came back because I had like 2 attempts.
2 attempts?
Yeah, 2 attempts.
Please explain that.
Well, the first attempt, I got stabbed in the neck.
Stabbed?
Yeah, stabbed in the back of my neck.
By who?
Well, this was like a queen that stabbed me.
A queen?
Yes.
What happened?
Well, I was intoxicated one day and high, and she also was high, and that negative energy just didn't mix right there, and she just spazzed out. And we were listening to Beyonce, and she spazzed out and just took the blade and just went.
What happened?
I blacked out. And they took me to Cedar Sinai and said, by the grace of God, I'm not paralyzed. I'm not paralyzed. I didn't have anything major that was going on. I lived through it. Yes. And then the second time.
Were you still involved heavily in the drugs at that time?
Oh yeah.
And the second time?
The second time, this happened about maybe like 2 months now.
This is before you got back here?
Yeah, right before I got back. I went to Hollywood one night to buy some drugs in Santa Monica and Manhattan. And I started getting high. Instead of going back to the hotel, I decided, I want to hit this in the alley. I hit it in the alley, and someone walks up behind me and busts me in the head with a coke.
And what happened after that?
Well, after that, I blacked out, and they took me to Cedars-Sinai, and they stitched up my skull because I had a fractured skull and a fractured hand. And so I stayed there for about a week. You know, I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even use the bathroom. And it was horrible.
So you was in there that week. Obviously, you wasn't. Well, I can't say able because people find out, but you wasn't using the drugs that you were using at that time. Obviously, while you was there, what was your thought process while you was in that hospital bed?
My thought process, I was just ready to get the fuck up off this earth. Trying to find a way. How can I just fucking hang it up? I just wanted to hang it up. I couldn't get to nothing. And I just broke down, and they put me on a psych ward. And I was just wondering, how can I fucking end it? God just spoke in my spirit and said, bitch, you better get back home.
So how did you get back to Philly?
I got on Greyhound.
Oh, you took the Greyhound back to Philly?
I got the fuck on Greyhound.
How long did that take?
It took me 2.5 days.
Okay.
2.5 days to get back home.
So how was that bus ride from LA back to where it started at?
It was so exciting. It was so exciting. I ran out of money in Raleigh, North Carolina. And when I ran out of money, I started stealing food.
Along the way?
Out of the Greyhound bus terminal. Out of the snack machine. And I got caught stealing a hamburger. And the police was outside, and they took me in. But they wrote me a ticket and told me to get the fuck off the bus, and I couldn't catch the bus continuing on to Philadelphia. So from that point on, I had to walk around. I found the trick. The trick took me to the whole store in Raleigh. And I started turning tricks there in Raleigh. And then from Raleigh, they told me I should go to the dorm and catch the big blue bus from dorm back on up to Philadelphia. And so that's what I did.
So you had to work your way to get back home.
I had to work my way, trick my way all the way back home. Yes, I did.
So now present. What happened when you got back to Philly?
Well, when I got back to Philly, they dropped me off at 30th Street train station. And I said, well, let me pull this motherfucking phone out and let them know, bitch, I'm back, bitch. For all y'all bitches that thought I would never ever make it back here on the motherfucking East Coast and doubted me throughout the year. Bitch, I'm back, bitch. Like, what's tea, bitch? I'm back, bitch.
Okay, so let's talk about that.